In this video, I'm going to show you how to use SMS marketing, also known as text marketing or text message marketing in your business. I'll give you some of my top hacks and strategies, as well as introduce you to a powerful tool I'm using and show you how to use it too. Basically, if you're using SMS, thinking about SMS, or even just a little bit curious about SMS marketing and what it can do for your business, then you're going to want to stick around because it's a powerful tool that allows you to transform the customer experience if you do it right. So let me show you how it's done, starting with the mandatory statistics on just how powerful this whole SMS marketing thing is anyway. Now I admit, I feel like this is probably a little bit of preaching to the choir. After all, you are here watching a video on text message marketing. But still, just in case you haven't fully bought in, there are a few things that I hope will push you over the edge. First, the obvious fact that at least 5 billion people worldwide are able to send and receive text messages, which means that it doesn't really matter what business or market or industry you're in, your customers probably all have phones. Plus, the statistics show that people tend to check their phones a lot. And 95% of text messages are read within 3 minutes of being sent, which makes it an ideal platform to communicate timely and important information. And I've saved the best for last. SMS marketing averages around a 90% open rate. And if done right, which is what I'm going to show you how to do here, well, it averages around a 30% response rate. So first, let me walk you through the software that I'm using right now called TextMagic, who were kind enough to partner up with me and sponsor this video. And then I'll share with you my top 10 SMS marketing tips and tricks that'll help you create a higher converting and more profitable text message marketing campaign for your business. First off, if you want to do SMS marketing right, then you're going to want to use a dedicated text message marketing software and not just randomly text people from your phone, because that would be both highly ineffective and totally weird. TextMagic is an easy-to-use text messaging marketing solution that allows you to send notifications and alerts and reminders and confirmations and complete SMS or text marketing campaigns. They've got over 25,000 active paying customers and an amazing 98.4% delivery rate with over 200 million text messages sent. They basically have this whole SMS thing pretty much dialed in. Pardon the pun. And getting started is as easy as clicking the button to start a free trial. There's no credit card required, and it allows you to test out all of the features. So let me hop over to my computer now and walk you through it. All right, so here we are inside the TextMagic dashboard. Now, one of the first things that we obviously want to do is import a contact list so that we have people that we can actually reach out to and send messages to. So fortunately, very simple. All we need to do is come over here to contacts. And then once that's done, you can see there's some sample lists in here. Very simple to just create a new one. All we're going to want to do is create a new list. We're going to call it Adam's new list. We can make it private or we can share it with sub-accounts, whatever we need to do. We'll leave it like that and we'll hit save. And just like that, you'll see this list up here. All I need to do now is hop into it and then go add contacts. Again, very simple. What we can do here is we can either create contacts manually, adding them one by one. We can upload a spreadsheet through CSV, XLS, Excel, SX, etc., or we can import them over from other lists. So for this one, what we'll say is that we've already got a database of users. We've had them opt in, so we're going to get to import from a spreadsheet. And the next I'll walk you through how to actually go through sending this and setting up the SMS campaign. So once your list or lists are uploaded, the next thing you're going to want to do is set up a bulk SMS campaign. Again, this is the beauty of using software like this, is that you don't need to be sitting there sending SMSs one by one, which again is time consuming and kind of weird. Rather, what we can do is we can simply upload a list. We can then go out and bulk send SMS messages, which is just significantly more time effective. So what we want to do here is we can either choose the list that we want based on the one that we've just created over there, or we can put in the other names. We can go through frequently send, we can add context, whatever we need to do. And then of course, we'll set the default sender from what we want it to do. You can see that I've got my magic number there. So we're going to send it from that one. And then of course, what we can do is we'll just craft our message. Now, if you're just getting started with SMS marketing, you've got the advantage here of using a template. So you can click in here and you're going to be able to choose any other sort of pre-designed template. Now you can use this either exactly, you can tailor it for your own use, which I would strongly suggest, but at least it gives you a pretty good idea of where to start. So you can see that we've got, say, booking confirmation, we've got appointment reminder, we've got these callback requests. Let's use the callback request. And also you'll notice this right here, and this is a tag. And what that allows you to do is to customize and personalize the messages that you're sending. So you can see here, if we go insert tag, we can add first name and last name, company name, phone, email. What this allows them to do is make sure that they're receiving a relevant and custom text. After all, if you just got some random text message and you had no idea who it was from, or you couldn't remember signing up and anything like that, you'd probably ignore it, possibly delete it, possibly unsubscribe. Whereas if you saw your name, you saw some kind of relevant information, it makes it far more likely that someone is going to respond. So make sure to use tags. And again, the beauty of tags is you don't have to go in and manually add someone's name every single time. You just add it to the overall template and it'll automatically populate for you. Of course, once this is done, you're going to obviously want to send your message, like I'm going to talk about in some tips after I walk you through this. There are some best times to send messages, and there's also some times you want to absolutely avoid if you don't want to completely annoy your customers. So we're going to go schedule message, and here you're going to see that we're able to choose the date, the time. We can set it according to time zones. So all of this is going to make sure that we're sending them in the optimal time. So it's not only going to give our message the highest likelihood of being opened and being responded to, but it's also going to be sort of aware and understanding of the time zones that they're in and the situation that they may be in, just so we don't annoy people. And again, we're going to get the highest results possible. Another cool feature that you may want to do is set up something called automated SMS responders. This is incredibly useful for customer service and for making sure that people sort of get that confirmation that their request has been received and acknowledged. So what you want to do here is you go over to services, and then you're going to set up an automation rule. And it's here that you're going to be able to add a rule based on what happens when somebody sends a certain message or does some kind of action. So you're going to be able to respond with an automated text. Again, what this does is it dramatically cuts down on customer service time. It increases customer satisfaction, just makes everything significantly easier. And of course, the whole thing is automated. All right, so let's set up a new rule. Now we're just going to call it new rule. We're going to use the number that we have. That's good there. We don't need any kind of keywords here that are specific. We're going to say trigger if keyword appears. Obviously, we're not using that one. All countries is good. Continue on. We're going to send a text message, and we're just going to say, thank you. Your message has been received. And then obviously we would want to personalize a little bit. We'll get back to you here. These are the hours. Expect a response here. For more information, go there, whatever it is. We're going to leave this on trigger rule only once to new and unique numbers. And then that's really it. We have a choice. We can leave it always running if we want to go 24/7 if somebody sends us a message in the middle of the night, or we can run it on selected hours to make sure that we're not responding at crazy times in the middle of the night. Again, you're going to want to take a look at your business and at your market for the best case there. We'll hit continue, and now you can see the complete rule here and finish. And just like that, we've set up a complete automation rule in about less than a minute. Now, when you sign up for a free trial with TextMagic, you are going to be given one free virtual number for a month. That if you decide to carry on, if you want more numbers, very simple to set that up as well. Simply come over to services, click on numbers, and all you need to do is go buy a new number. Then you have a choice. You can put in your country, you can choose a local number, you can get a toll-free number, you can look through the available numbers that they have, you can find the one that best suits you, and you can set up your campaign accordingly. So for now, let's go, why don't we choose we're going to go with British Columbia number. We'll go 778, which is for all of the cities outside of the main metropolitan area of downtown Vancouver. They're going to give us a number of different options here. We could pick whichever one we want, and then all we have to do is click activate number, and that'll be added. And now we can send SMS marketing campaigns through that one as well. And of course, if at any time you get a bit stuck or you have some ideas and you want to see how to actually make those happen, well, you've got a ton of different tutorials that you can watch, as well as click the button down here to reach out to support at any time. All right, now that you've got that covered, let me share with you 10 of my top SMS marketing tips and tricks to help you get the most out of your text message marketing. The first is compliance. While compliance is easily the most boring thing to talk about ever, it's also one of the most important. The key here is to always get explicit consent from your customers or leads about being able to send them SMS marketing. Don't just mark this as the default option, but make sure they know what they're signing up for. Of course, a good way to get more signups is to give them something in return. So let's let's talk about incentivizing them next. Like email marketing and trying to get someone to join your email list, well, there has to be a reason to subscribe to SMS. So think of things you could do or give that would help to persuade people to want to receive messages from you. If you're totally stuck and just can't think of anything, well, simply offering them a way to save 10% on something is a great place to start. Another important tip here is to make sure that people who subscribe to your SMS feel special and you treat them like VIPs because, well, they are. So make sure to prioritize this list and don't just treat it like a dumping ground for any random ideas or specials you have. Really think through what you're sending, why and when the best time to send it is, but more on that in just a minute. Next, you need to make sure that your message is clear and concise. You don't have a lot of room here, so you can't afford to waste a single character. When I write SMS marketing campaigns, I tend to spend twice as long writing half as much because I need to make sure that it gets the message across. SMS marketing is clearly done on your customer's mobile phone, so while this tip here is a little bit more advanced, it's still worth talking about. And that is making sure that if you're getting people to opt into your SMS list on your website, well, you need to really make sure that the page is mobile optimized, and if you're using any pop-ups, that they don't block the whole screen or get too annoying. Of course, your website isn't the only place to grow your SMS list though. So another thing you want to do here is cross-promote your SMS list on other channels like social media, but one of the best places is to leverage your existing email list. Now, you can do this directly in an email or make it more subtle by just dropping a link in the footer of your email with an incentive for them to join. Something like join the SMS club and get whatever you want to give them. Next, let's talk about how often you should be texting your list. Now, typically, less is more. Unless you're delivering alerts, reminders, or notifications, once every couple weeks is a pretty good place to start for SMS marketing campaigns. As for timing, well, this can vary depending on your market, but generally between 12 noon and 3 p.m. local time is a pretty safe place to start. Basically, there's no excuse for sending people texts at 2 o'clock in the morning, so make sure that never happens. Next, SMS marketing is a great way to get UGC, which stands for user-generated content, and is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's content that your users and customers generate for you. These could be reviews, testimonials, pretty much anything you can think of that they could send via text. Next, SMS marketing, at least for now, is not a value delivery channel. This means there's no need to just send people content or articles or videos or anything like that. Shipping notifications, reminders, alerts, and details about offers that could help? Absolutely. The key here is to make sure that you're matching your message to the media. So the next thing you want to do then is click the link in the description below to sign up for a free trial with TextMagic, which is going to give you access to all of the features, one free virtual number for a month, and some credits to test it out. And for more marketing strategies to grow your business, make sure to check out the video that I've got linked up right here on marketing strategy. So make sure to check it out now, and I'll see you in the next episode. All right, the next thing that'll really help you become a better digital marketer is to understand the differences between strategy and tactics and when to use them. Strategy is all the big picture stuff, and this is really where you